All right, welcome to this episode. Today, we will be talking about the PlayStation State of Play 2024. Is that officially what it's called? Just that they only have one per year? One per year.
Yeah, that's what it said on YouTube when I was watching it.
Okay, it happened on the 30th of May, this past Thursday. We're going to go through the games. I have everyone listed here. There wasn't that much. It was only 35 minutes long, I think.
Yeah.
We're going to go through and talk about it. Up first, we had a game called Concord. I remember last year they did a very quick teaser about this, and we had no idea what it was. It was just kind of like cyberpunk looking with the... It was like almost a retro 80s tune. Excuse me. There was like a retro 80s tune playing and like just the name of the game, Concord. That's all it was.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, I was just like, what is this? I don't know what it is. We didn't know. But they showed the actual game, a nice little intro movie, which was fun. Kind of Guardians of the Galaxy-esque.
Yeah, very much so.
This comes out June 6th for pre-order, it says, and you get early access. But it's a 6v6 team shooter. The gameplay looks a lot like Overwatch. It just looks like Overwatch. A team shooter with different classes.
Yeah. I mean, it did look... The mechanics look pretty smooth, though, even at this state, because this is a state of play, so it's not even final, right? If that's the kind of idea. Yeah. But it did look pretty smooth, but that's not... that's just one small part of it. So at least there's that, though. But I could definitely see the appeal for like Apex and Overwatch lovers 100%.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. The thing is, I don't know. It looks like there's some kind of narrative that they mentioned, but will there become some kind of story in this? Or is it a PvP game? PvP game with a story?
I don't know. It's hard to say because Capcom PvP. Did that with what was that dinosaur game that I thought was okay?
Oh yeah,
they had that kind of narrative thing between or whatever, and there was some story.
True.
Now there should be though. That's the thing. Is like I'm an advocate for that because like if you're gonna make a game, why wouldn't you put a story in it? Like it gives context to these characters. I did have a bit of we all know how Dandolph the Wise feels about flashy, fluffy cinematic trailers that really don't mean shit when it comes to what the game is, right? We all know it's all fluff. Just show me the fucking game. Because a great cinematic trailer can't save a shit game. It can't make up for anything. But I did like that they mentioned that there will be some like cinematic vignettes, they're calling them, right? So every time you log on, there's going to be like a little fun little skit that happens and gives context to these characters. So that's cool. Because if I'm going to like spend time playing the game, I'll want to know who these characters are, like what makes them tick kind of thing. But that's just me. Because like, you're playing Apex, they don't really have a story, is there? Like there might be something written somewhere. Who are all these people?
There's comics.
Comics, there you go. So
that
at least there's something.
Once throughout the season.
But yeah.
So there's little comic book stories. So I don't know if it's just a mode. Maybe there's a PvP mode and a PvE mode that has a little story, or maybe it is like that dinosaur game. What the fuck was that dinosaur game called?
Yeah, I can never remember it. No.
Anyway, but that was weird. There was like the story was in between your matches. It's like and the matches didn't really have anything to do with the story, I guess. It's just like,
I don't think so.
Here you go in for a match, and then it had like a story in between.
It was just like a day in the life kind of thing.
Yeah, but again, this thing said pre-order, so it isn't free. This is not a free game. Like you can go play Overwatch for free. Yeah. Why? Like, what are you getting here? Might be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like there was some cool mechanics, and they were talking about asymmetry of characters and how you got someone who's really small, someone who's really big, and like each character could kind of find a weakness for their opponent, and it would show it in terms of the animation of the attacks, which is really cool. So like, if you had, I think there was one scene that looked like the character just had a little knife, and they were maybe a rogue type, and they went in and they stabbed a very like specific spot of a larger opponent who was blundering. That's kind of neat. So I liked that there was a bit of a unique take on, instead of just hitboxes and you just like send bullets that way, or you just like throw knives or whatever, you have to like do a specific attack and find weaknesses and like maneuver your enemy. That seemed really cool, but I don't know if that's original or fresh or unique.
I mean, yeah, there's usually a counter to classes and stuff like that in those. We'll see, I guess. Let's see what Nasty Nate has to say. I think he had something here.
Concord looks to be an Overwatch competitor. All they need to do is not be Overwatch, and people will play it. I like the weekly story vids. That will be fun. Reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes, as we said.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy, definitely Guardians of the Galaxy vibes. That's probably what they were going for, but we'll see how it is. Next
that
up,
quirky humor.
Yeah. Next up, we got God of War Ragnarok is coming to PC on September 19th, which is nice. I've already played it and beat it. But for PC gamers who haven't played this yet, this is very exciting. Excellent game. I recommend checking it out for anyone who hasn't played it. It is a very good game. Next up, Dynasty Warriors Origins. Now, I never played a Dynasty Warriors game, but I knew exactly what this was as soon as I saw it, because I remember it. I could tell right away what it was. It even looks similar graphically to the old ones. Like
I literally have written here, I was
game.
like, graphics and mechanics still look like I'm playing Dynasty Warriors on Sega Dreamcast, like back in our living room in Long Sioux. That's exactly why. When I saw it, I was like, okay, this must be Dynasty Warriors. I don't know, man. I just don't see the point. Like, I think it's a dead game series. I don't know why you'd want to spend time and energy on this game series that it literally looks the exact same as everything else. The exact mechanics, the exact gameplay. You're fighting rushes of enemies, massive groups of enemies, and you're just swinging around a giant fucking spear. Like, you're not even, there's no cool combat. Like, you are literally just hacking and slashing. So far, that's what I can tell. So I'm just like, why with the Dynasty Warriors?
I don't know. Let's see what Nasty says. I think Nasty's got something.
Dynasty Warriors? What is this? A PS2 game? This looks not good at all.
Okay, yeah, he's freaking out. He's freaking out about the Dynasty Warriors.
This game looks not good at all.
He's not having it. Okay.
No, I feel the same way. I was like, are you kidding me, man? Come on. And then I get that feeling when I'm watching these states of play where, like, I feel bad because, like, the developers are excited. They got a new game coming out. I know what it feels like to make something and have to put it out of the world, and the eyes of everyone are watching, and you're just, like, excited, and you're nervous, and you're whatever. And then I'm sitting there like, why the fuck would anyone want to play this? And I feel horrible for thinking that because they worked hard at it. But, like, God, come on, just think of something
there's an
else.
ass for every seat. There's an ass for every seat.
I guess. Like, I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, next.
Next, I had a Weeb Cozy Game for Girls.
Yes.
Which is the title that I made up for it before it actually said what it was.
Infiniti Nikki.
Infiniti Nikki? I don't know.
Yeah.
Not much really I have to say about that one.
I mean, the graphics look kind of nice. It looked kind of glowy and cute or whatever. And if that's your thing, then
like
great.
One of those like Final Fantasy. Was it cell shaded? It was kind of cell shaded ish.
I don't think so. It was more it was very bloomy.
Yeah, it was like a Final Fantasy kind of like.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's a certain aesthetic in these Japanese games, you know.
And there's a few on this list that are kind of like that. I just wrote, "I'm good, but thanks." I don't think I'll be playing Infiniti Nikki.
No. All right. Next, we had the Ballad of Antara. Looks like a fantasy style action RPG.
Yeah.
And it had there was definitely some footage of gameplay in there, and it looked pretty cool visually.
That's what I thought too. Quite like fluid. Like, it looked really nice and I don't know, it's almost seamless. So could be cool.
I think Nate's got something. What did Nate have to say about this one?
Souls-like. Looks like Lords of the Fallen.
Souls-like? Looks like Lords of the Fallen. I don't know if it's a Souls-like. You think it's a Souls-like?
I don't know. I
don't know.
Well, maybe. Because it was over the
I
shoulder,
thought there was
third
one
person
later
kind of
that
thing.
looks Yeah, I thought there was another one that looked a little Souls-like a little later on we'll get to, but I don't know about this one. Maybe. Maybe Nate will play it. He loves that shit, Souls-like.
True.
Speaking of what Nate likes, there was a couple of PSVR 2 titles here.
Yeah.
The first one being Skydance's
Behemoth.
Let's see what Nate has to say about Behemoth. We'll throw it over to Nate. He's connected from Mexico.
This just in.
Not what I was expecting from the more dark preview trailer we got a few years ago, but it definitely looks like something I would pick up. I'm hoping it's not just another rogue like VR game. We need story-driven VR games.
Yeah, that's true actually. Because
story-driven VR games.
Because like imagine it must be hard to overcome the is novelty is novelty the right word? I don't know. The gimmick, as it were, of like the VR being the feature kind of thing. It's like the VR shouldn't be what you're playing. You should still be playing a great game with VR as like the channel, the conduit for the game, the storytelling. You know what I mean? It should never be the other way around. So that's a very good point, actually. Thanks, Nate, from patching in from Mexico. That was a great point from Mexico.
It should help it, though. You know what I mean? It should.
Yeah. But it just shouldn't be that, like, you know, they're showing off the VR just to show you off the VR and give you this kind of backdrop that is the game. It's like, if anything, the VR should be the facilitator and the backdrop, but the game should still be like the game is great, whether it was VR or playing it on a console. Like if you're imagining yourself playing it on console without VR, like if there were two different versions, it would still be amazing, kind of thing. Then you've got a great game.
Yeah. Well, it looks
but
like
it did look fun.
Skyrim.
It did look cool.
It's like Skyrim-esque, a little bit more gory. A little. There was a giant ass monster stomping around. I assume that's the Behemoth.
Yeah, reminded me of Dark Messiah, Might and Magic. Did you ever play that? Did you remember that on PC like years ago, like 2005 or some shit? That's what it reminded me of. The enemies,
Vaguely
like the way everything looked. It was fucking funny though. It was great. So I don't know.
I remember you playing that. I actually remember you playing that game. I don't think I played it all.
It was hilarious. The enemies were fucking hilarious. Obviously, it was just ragdoll physics. You could like kick your enemies into like spike traps, and they'd be like, and they would just like hang there. The way the swords looked really similar to this. If I didn't know any better, I thought maybe it's the same developer all these years later. I don't know.
Okay, next up, Alien Rogue Incursion. Not much to show here, just a little teaser. Could be scary. I don't like scary games. You know me. I don't like them. I don't play scary games. No, sir.
In VR,
probably won't play it. All right. Next up, we got Marvel Rivals PvP Arena third-person shooter. Closed beta coming July 2024. Again, looks like Overwatch, but Marvel characters.
Yeah. No, I'm going to say no thanks.
I did see Spider-Man. Of course. And I did see Venom. Both playable characters. There was destructible environments.
That was cool. Yes, true.
Visual style was nice. I do like Spider-Man. You know how I like Spider-Man. But what is with all these Overwatch style games?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Did they just think this is what's going to work? Like, this is what's going to succeed?
It can't
be. Is this one free?
Can't. I doubt it.
Is this free to play? Are they charging money for these when Overwatch is free to play? I just don't get it. I don't know.
Yeah, like, I'm not happy with the...
I mean, unless you're like an insane Marvel fan, like you need to play this because you are a Marvel fan.
Like a fanatic. You know what I mean? Not just a fan, even though that's short for fanatic.
A fanatic.
Like you're a fucking fanatic.
It's short for... Yeah, like, that's what it's short for. Yes.
A hyper fanatic. No, I'm not impressed at all. I don't care anything about this. Any deal. I think this is about halfway through the state of play, and I remember being like, am I wasting my time watching this? Because like there's just so much shit that's coming out that are like this, and it's like this can't be the future of gaming. Like, and then I start thinking, are they just kind of like rushing out games? And these developers are like, oh, what if we just did like an Overwatch kind of game with Marvel, but like so we'll slap Marvel on it and we'll make Marvel characters, and then like, oh, that should be popular, right?
Didn't they say Didn't they say they wanted to have more in live service games? Wasn't that a big thing that PlayStation wanted to do?
Yeah,
like last
maybe
year,
something like
something that they fucking like that they.
Oh yeah, I guess that's
they
true.
said they wanted to do.
So that's why there's an influx of these coming.
Every live service game is just an Overwatch style game, I guess. Where's the battle royales? The fuck is this? No battle royales? The hell? I think what's Nasty got to say about this? Coming in for Mexico. What do we got?
Marvel Rivals looks like another Overwatch style team shooter, which is fine by me. I'll play them all. I love Overwatch so much for some reason. Did you guys know that? Well, guess what? It's true, baby.
It's true. What?
Baby.
It's true, baby. It's true, mama.
It's true, baby. Okay, yeah. Nate loves Overwatch.
Of course he's gonna fucking play it. Of course gonna play it. He'll be the tester of all this shit for us. He'll be the first line of defense.
I mean, if it's free, okay. Sure. But like pay money for that? You gonna pay money for this? What if people aren't playing it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then
you're just like in a match by yourself.
Is the support gonna be there? Is the support gonna be there if people aren't playing and you paid money for that?
Yeah.
So I just don't see how these aren't free games. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well,
if
maybe
it
that
doesn't
won't be
give
the
you
model.
something, like if it doesn't give you something else, like that's what I was saying about Concord. What is it going to give you? It says pre-order, so that means it's not a free-to-play game. So
you'll be paying $100 for that.
What are you getting for your money? What if nobody buys it? Then you're not going to be playing with anybody. Is there a PvE story mode? Like
maybe,
you know what I mean?
Maybe it's like kind of like a Destiny type thing, where there's that, but then you can also, I don't know, like there's instances of PvE kind of thing. I wonder.
All right, well, let's move on here.
Yeah.
Where Winds Meet. This looks like a Souls-like game. The samurai style.
Yeah.
Very cool visuals and art style. Like it looked fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, if it's a Souls-like, I just won't play.
I won't be playing it. Yeah.
I won't be playing it, but it looks nice.
It did look nice, and it looked kind of cool and very dramatic. But there's just something about maybe the style of it where I was like, I probably won't play it. I don't know, because I remember watching it, and it looked cool. You know, they're fighting in the bamboo forest. But it's all too much for me. It's all too much. It's almost like watching, remember that Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon movie? It's like, it's all that Asian cinema kind of thing where it's all over the top, kind of over dramatized and blah blah blah. And it's like, I don't know, I'm not really into it, so I probably won't have any interest in that.
And the wire
yeah and like the flying kicks,
yeah
and like huge mythical creatures. I think that's what this one was, right? They were like big like dragons you're fighting and stuff.
I don't know, but the visuals look nice. I don't know if it's a Souls-like, I won't play it. But if it's not a hard game, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. If there's a deal, maybe. We'll see. Now, next, Until Dawn,
Fall
2024. Is this what you played?
This is what I played, yeah, with my buddies. But now it's coming out for PS5, PC, so I'm assuming that means PS5 and PC optimized, so like, or PS5 enhanced or whatever.
What did you play it on? PS4?
PS4. And man, what a fucking good game. I those who want a great interactive horror mystery, highly suggest playing it if you haven't yet on PS4 or whatever. If you got a PC or a PS5, you've got to play this game. It's fucking cool, man. Great story, just great ambience, great vibe. Lots of tension.
Remy Malik in that?
Remy Malik. So many people you know in it. What's his name? What's her name? Hayden Panettiere, the Italian. I don't remember her last name. There's another girl in it that we know too. She's an Asian actress, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
All I can do is recommend this game, even for people who don't like horror games. Like it's not even that kind of like, I don't like horror shit, and I loved this game. It was creepy and like just the perfect amount of creep. Great story as well, though, like good backstory. So it kind of gave the horror context and meaning as opposed to it just being scary for the sake of being scary. It was just a great story. So I would recommend it. You got to check it out. It's very cool.
I don't know. Maybe around Halloween or something. I don't play scary games. Except for Alien Isolation.
Yeah,
and I didn't finish that one, so because it was.
I
too
would
scary.
even go so far as to buying Until Dawn on PS5. In fact, I just may. What do you say?
All right. What do you say? I just may. Well, next, let's look at Path of Exile 2 early access coming late 2024. This game is still not out yet. I feel like it's been a long time.
I played the first one with Nathaniel for a little bit. It seemed okay.
The thing is so old, though.
Yeah.
The first one. My
buddy,
nice. Rod plays the first one. Still. He's got like 8,000 hours in or some shit. Like,
oh my God.
But like, it's not something you can pick up playing right now, the first Path of Exile. It's just, there's too much, like, it's too much. But this might be a good refresh, a good starting point, a good start over. And I think that I might.
Yeah.
But like, the first one's just too late now. But this has also couch co-op, it said, which is cool.
Yes.
And it's a Diablo-style action RPG. And it has crossplay too.
And cross-progression.
And cross-progression.
Yeah, now that makes me think, though, why would I play this over Diablo, for instance? So, I mean, obviously those are a factor, because I don't know if Diablo has crossplay, cross-progression. Like, I don't know how that works.
It does.
Maybe the graphics are better. Maybe the story's better. Like, it just looks like Diablo, but it's not. So...
Right. But it could have more than Diablo. Diablo doesn't have much. Like, you can do the story and then you have to grind for a bunch of shit. I don't know, I haven't played it in a while, but like, there wasn't much to do in the end game in Diablo. So
does Diablo have
this will be
couch co-op?
I don't remember.
Because that would be cool, because that reminds me of like playing like an old Champions of Norath kind of thing. Like, me and Evan used to play that. Which was also a Diablo-style game, right? It was related to Baldur's Gate kind of thing, but it was not like a Baldur's Gate RPG. It was just it was an action RPG where it was exactly like Diablo. That's why I fucking loved it, because it was like, oh, I'm going around killing skeletons. I'm an archer, or I'm a knight, or a barbarian, or whatever classes they were. And you could play it side by side with someone. And I don't think it was split screen or whatever. So it was really cool. So maybe that might be fun for Path of Exile as well. The graphics look quite nice. Actually, quite nice. I really liked the look of the graphics. So
I think it's going to be really good, Path of Exile. I think this is going to be... Will it bury Diablo 4? That's the question.
That's the question, yeah.
Will Nasty Nate play? I don't think he sent us any commentary on this.
That's shocking, given this game.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind playing it on PS5. Maybe I will. We'll see. Next up, another scary game. Silent Hill 2 coming October 8th. Scary. Will not play. Looks creepy. Is this a remake? Is this not already a game?
That's my hunch. Yeah.
Did they not make Silent Hill 2 already?
Pretty sure. All I remember thinking is just like another Silent Hill game. Because there's so fucking many of them.
2001. It's just another fucking remake.
So it's a remake, yeah.
Who cares?
Because they did the first one, right?
Next. Did they?
I'm pretty sure, because I think Will was playing it. He enjoyed it, didn't he? I'm pretty sure. Or am I thinking of Resident Evil?
I think I made... Yeah, Resident Evil. Yes, they remade Resident Evil. But like, who cares about Silent Hill? The movie sucked too.
Oh yeah, I was in that again. Jon Snow.
Sean Bean and Jon
Snow. How old was that though? That was fucking like 2012.
Ugh. It sucked. It sucked. Yeah. And I won't play this, and it'll probably not be very good. I don't know. Unless you're a fucking diehard like Silent Hill fan, like there might be a couple dozen of those out there that'll buy this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seems dumb. Next, Monster Hunter Wilds. Visually, look very nice.
Indeed.
Interesting looking characters, like the costumes, lots of colors, very vibrant. A couple of those character design look pretty cool. But I'm not sure what more it will bring compared to the other games. It looked the same to me. Like, it looked the gameplay looked the same. So
I don't know.
like, what is the difference?
I may be interested only because I have not played a Monster Hunter game in fucking ages, so maybe this would be a good place to jump in. But that's my only appeal. Like, it looks good. Now, I would definitely trust Capcom with a new installment of this game after having played Dragon's Dogma 2 and the way that it feels and stuff.
Is it using the same engine?
I don't know. Maybe.
Is it the RE engine? The RE engine?
Don't know.
The new RE engine?
Could be. But
that they did the remake, the Resident Evil remake on.
But anyway, these are the games, though, that Capcom needs to be focusing on. Like, they got to get rid of their fucking fighting games and shit. Leave them in the dirt. Start making cool games. More games like this. But I still have a feeling that if I play this, the giant fucking slow-ass weapons would piss me off to no end, trying to kill these monsters or whatever. There's no way I would come through that unscathed without, like, rage.
Well, I'm sure you can change your weapon, like
I know, but it's just like
something different.
Those massive weapons do a lot of damage, right? And so I don't know. If I were to use those, I would get very angry. So yeah, I would stay clear. But it could be cool. It's just different because you can ride monsters and shit than something like Dragon's Dogma, where you're just killing giant monsters, but you can drive.
Yeah.
You can.
Well, maybe you can. Was there anyone climbing on them or anything?
I think there's some of that. I think there is. I don't know.
I think Nate has something to say about this.
Monster Hunter Wilds. Okay.
See.
Monster Hunter Wilds looks like a Dragon's Dogma Monster Hunter. Hopefully, it runs better because Dragon's Dogma ran like asshole.
He played it on PC at Dragon's Dogma?
Yeah. I think he's got another thing to say. He's got another little tidbit here.
Well, I'd say Monster Hunter is their bread and butter, and they'll probably put whatever they learned from Dragon's Dogma into that.
Yes, it's true. Monster Hunter is a big, big part. Every time a Monster Hunter game comes out, a new one comes out, the fan base goes pretty wild, I think. So that is true.
Yeah, I think lots of people are pumped for this. I only briefly played a bit of the first one. I think it was on Game Pass or something. I was just like downloaded it and tried it, and I was like, whatever. It was very Capcom-y, so I was just like, meh. Very Japanese style, like.
And I think maybe that's why I stayed away from them, because again, there's just something about that style that's just not for me. That's why I'm not going to play Where Winds Meet. That's why I'm not going to play fucking Dynasty Warriors. I don't know. It's just something that, but that's what the thing is. Dragon's Dogma was not like that. That's why it appealed to me. It does not have that feeling. So anyway.
All right, we got one last one here. And it is another Astro's Playground. Astro Bot. Coming September 6th. Did you play the Astro Playground thing that came with PS5? You never played it?
No, yeah, I heard about it. I did not play it. No.
You didn't play it. It like came pre-downloaded on your PS5 when you bought it.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember and I promptly forgot about it.
Oh, I played it. Like I beat it. It was very fun. It's like a fun platformer that kind of showed off the controller features and the haptics and the functions and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was sweet.
Interesting.
This looks much the same, more kind of mini games, more stuff to do, and it all looked pretty fun. I did notice that the little robot at one point in the video was dressed like Parappa the Rapper. Did you see that? Did you notice that? He had a little orange toque and a little blue shirt on, and he had a microphone.
Oh.
I think there might be a little rhythm game in there.
That might be fun.
Which is cool.
Crack the egg into the bowl. Crack the egg into the bowl.
I actually, did I tell you? I think I told you guys I played that recently. I tried to.
No. Oh, yeah. It was horrible.
It was horrible. It was fucking horrible. Like, there was no rhythm. Like, you couldn't, like, it was impossible. Like, impossible to beat. I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, because if you played to the rhythm, it didn't give you points or anything. It was pointless. I don't know. Anyway, lots of fun little games from what I saw on this little thing.
Interesting that they saved Astro Bot till last for this presentation. I don't know why that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you put Monster Hunter last?
Well, it's a first party thing.
Oh, right. I guess that's true.
The Sony. I don't know. Anyway, overall, not much really to see here. I mean, unless you're a Overwatch fan, I guess, or a Monster Hunter fan.
Yeah.
Really not much else to talk about here. Probably a solid C grade here for this. Nothing big, nothing first party, big time Sony that, what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for from Sony here?
Nothing really. And that's why I think when I had thought, this was before I was finished, but when I had that thought, like I feel like I'm kind of wasting my time watching this. Other than, but then we got to Path of Exile, Monster Hunter. And I was like, okay, those are the two that I would be interested in. If there's any takeaway, if I were to play any of these, it would be Path of Exile 2 and Monster Hunter Wilds. Like, I have zero interest in anything else. Obviously, Until Dawn, but I've already played it. But that would be great to have on PS5 because I'm not going to go fucking get a PS4 just to play that.
I think Path of Exile 2 is like literally the only thing I really even care about here. Although the Astro Bot, I probably will play.
Yeah, probably it's a fun little thing. Yeah,
because the last one was sweet, but not much coming here. That's all, folks. That's all she wrote. So let us know what you're looking forward to. What your grade on this thing was. I give it a C. Dan, what do you give it?
Yeah, I was thinking in terms of out of 10, I'd probably give it a 6.
6,
which is
maybe even a 5. Just right in the middle. Meh. Alrighty, that's it for this week's episode. Thanks everyone for taking the time to listen, watch. Be sure to give us a like and subscribe and follow us on your podcast platforms. Write us a comment on YouTube or leave us a review on Spotify. That helps. It helps get us out there to listeners who may enjoy the show. You can DM us on Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Let us know. Thanks again, and we hope you have a wonderful day.
See ya.